Imagine this. You're trapped. The walls are closing in. Your heart is a jackhammer against your ribs, and the only way out is to say the words they want to hear, even if they're a lie. This isn't a scene from a movie. It's the terrifying reality of what can happen in a police interrogation room, and for one young man, it almost destroyed his life. Meet Elias Thorne. He's 24, a quiet college student who struggles with severe anxiety. To manage it, he wears a special smart ring, the Vera-Band. It's not a fitness tracker. It's a medical-grade device that monitors his body's stress signals, like his heart rate variability and even how much he's sweating. It's his lifeline, helping him navigate a world that often feels overwhelming. But one day, that lifeline would become something more, an unshakable witness. The story begins at the university bookstore, where Elias works part-time. Some petty cash goes missing, and because of his shy, anxious demeanor, suspicion falls on him. Before he knows it, he's being led into a small, windowless interrogation room by Detective Warren Hayes. Hayes is a veteran cop with a reputation for getting confessions, no matter what it takes. He's a master of psychological pressure, and in Elias, he sees an easy target. The moment the door clicks shut, Elias's anxiety flares. The room feels suffocating. Detective Hayes notices Elias's trembling hands and the sweat on his brow. He sees vulnerability and he pounces. He starts with a calm, almost fatherly tone, talking about how a simple confession will make all this go away. He paints a grim picture of prison life, hinting at long, hard years away from family. "You're shaking," son Hayes says, leaning in close. "That tells me you know what you did. Just tell me what happened. We can all go home." Elias, though terrified, insists he's innocent. He didn't take the money, but his denials fall on deaf ears. Hayes's strategy is simple: break him down. He leaves Elias alone in the crushing silence for hours at a time. No water, no bathroom break, no idea what time it is. The isolation is a form of torture. For someone with Elias's condition, it's a living nightmare. His mind races, his panic spirals, and every tick of the clock feels like an eternity. After 3 agonizing hours, Hayes returns, but his friendly demeanor is gone. He's aggressive, his voice sharp. "The warrant for your phone is signed." He lies, his words like a punch to the gut. "Your life is over, Elias, unless you stop fighting us." In that moment, something inside Elias snaps. He can't take it anymore. The fear, the isolation, the relentless pressure, it's too much. The need to escape the room, to make the torment stop, overwhelms everything else. "I took it," he whispers, his voice weak and defeated. "I just want this to stop." The police log it as a voluntary and uncoerced confession. For Detective Hayes, it's just another case closed. For Elias, it's a lie that could cost him his future. But throughout this entire ordeal, something has been silently recording every second of his physiological breakdown. The Vera-Band on his finger. This unassuming ring, meant to help him manage his anxiety, has just captured the objective proof of his innocence. When Elias's defense attorney learns about his anxiety and the smart ring, a light bulb goes off. She immediately subpoenas the Vera-Band's encrypted data logs. A forensic physiologist is brought in to analyze the data and sync it minute by minute with the video of the interrogation. The results are undeniable. Imagine a chart displayed in the courtroom. On one side, you have the interrogation video timeline. On the other, you have the cold, hard data from Elias's body. Before the interrogation, his stress levels, while typically high for someone with anxiety, were stable. But the moment he enters that room, the data spikes. During the hours of isolation and intimidation, his galvanic skin response, a measure of emotional arousal and sweat shoots up to over 10 times his baseline. This isn't just nerves. This is the scientific signature of pure, sustained terror. His body is screaming that it's in a fight-or-flight state, but the most damning piece of evidence comes at the very end. The physiologist points to the exact moment on the timeline when Elias utters the false confession. On the chart, his heart rate variability, a key indicator of psychological resilience, plummets to near zero. This isn't the data of someone calmly telling the truth. It's a physiological state known as vagal collapse. It's the body's emergency shutdown switch, a response to prolonged, unbearable stress. His brain wasn't functioning rationally. It was simply doing whatever it took to end the pain. He wasn't confessing. His body was surrendering. The defense attorney lays it all out for the jury. Elias Thorne did not voluntarily confess. He was pushed into a state of clinical panic and psychological overload. His confession wasn't an act of free will. It was a primal reaction to duress. The Vera-Band's data was the silent, unbiased witness that couldn't be intimidated or manipulated. It told the story of what was happening inside Elias's body when his own words failed him. The judge agreed. The confession, obtained through what the data proved to be coercive tactics, was thrown out. With no other evidence, the charges against Elias were dismissed. He walked out of the courtroom a free man, not because of what he said, but because of what his own heart rate proved. The story doesn't end there. The case triggered a major investigation into Detective Hayes's methods, revealing a pattern of intimidation. This led to systemic changes in the department. New rules were put in place, mandating regulated breaks and access to basic necessities for all suspects, with monitoring systems to ensure compliance. The subjective notes of a detective were no longer enough. As for Elias, he found a new purpose. He began advocating for the rights of people with anxiety and other invisible vulnerabilities within the justice system. His case became a landmark example of how our own biology, tracked by the technology we wear every day, can become the ultimate defense against injustice. It shows that in a world of words and manipulation, sometimes the most powerful truth is the one that's written in our pulse. Thanks for watching. If you found this story as fascinating as we did, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into the intersection of technology and justice. See you next time.